to another video, and today it's going to be not even different. I always say that. I don't know why I say that, but it's been a while since I made a video like this, or at least commentary, because I've just been making music or something. Just really haven't been feeling it. But one of the games I've been playing recently, Blade and Sorcery, has been really catching my eye because I've been really bored and VR's kind of just been there, so I've just been doing whatever. And honestly, this has become like one of my favorites, just because the physics alone really there's really no story to speak of. It's kind of just a sandbox game, but it's just really fun. But compared to like other games, it's kind of lacking in the, as I said, the story department. I'd say most of the physics are on par with Boneworks or something, but some of the stuff's a little wonky. So any grabbing anything by the anything other than the handle is kind of a little weird. The spells are really cool too, but it doesn't really have guns. It's got way better melee physics in my opinion. I'm not sure if anybody would disagree with me. It's kind of built around that, and there are a lot of mods for this game, and they really, really do enhance the experience. Like the base game is already good enough as it is. You could probably have a lot of fun on it, but compared to the modded experience, it is way better. You'd really be missing out if you just chose not to do mods, but that's just my opinion, even though it's right. Now, I wouldn't say it's too fair to compare it to any other VR game because it still is in early access, really. But it's came a long way from like where it's been from. I mean, I just recently picked it up. Whenever I think the first time I played it was like when Nomad came out, and then I actually got a competent PC that could actually run stuff. So I bought it on PC, and it was a very very big upgrade, a huge leap, I would say. But graphical quality really isn't that much of a difference, especially in a fast-paced game like this. But the frame rate really does make a huge difference as well. But as I was saying, comparisons aren't really that fair because it still is in early access and it's really buggy in some places. Like collision is a little all over the place all the times, and stuff will go through it. Like I'll just phase into a wall randomly or something, or my hand will go into the wall, or like you'll phase into fucking like an enemy or something, but sometimes the weapons just go through them. Sometimes they just don't even do damage. They don't even collide or nothing. It's really buggy, but when it works really good, and that's what I like about this. It works consistently, at least. I don't really run into many bugs that often, but they're still there though. I mean, somebody might run into them a lot more often. Sometimes they're just absolutely game breaking. You'll go launched out of the map or something like that, and it's just really annoying. You gotta restart and some pretty hefty loading times if you don't have an SSD. But overall, it's a really good experience. I mean, if you're not motion sick, uh, I mean, when I first started playing this game, it was like really bad motion sickness, and usually you'll get over it. I think you just have to build up your resistance to it playing games like this, but it's a lot better to start out playing less or at least more static games, something that doesn't have that much locomotion like this game. You're just kind of moving around, arms, legs, and everything. And I believe there is a full body tracking. I'm not sure, or it might just be feet trackers. But they definitely do enhance the experience. Not that I know, because I'm yet to try them out. But I think it would really add a lot to the immersion, just make it a lot more fun. So far, it's definitely been one of my best experiences on PC VR. As I'm playing on a Quest 2 right now. I had a Rift S, but I don't have controllers for it, so I'm not too sure what the native looks like. But I've definitely had some problems with Virtual Desktop because I don't have the most powerful router to use at least. And so it's sometimes it just looks a little blurry or something, but I mean I guess it's really dependent on what you're using as well. But so far on the Quest 2, it's really not been that bad. The performance hasn't been bad either. I've been running on a 1070. I've been almost consistently getting like 70 frames or something like that. But it's probably because I got a fuck ton of mods installed, so I might have to actually organize that. Now, one of my favorite things to do in this game, other than just playing the base game, is just in the mods too. Is playing with the Bloodborne weapons. I had no idea these came out. Like I think I just got them recommended to me on Nexus or something. But they're actually really good. They're really faithful to the games and they're made fucking well. Like actually, the dude who made it, props to you. You did a great job on that. And I couldn't help but notice you didn't have the Chicago. It's like the best weapon, the best blood tinge weapon. Blood tinge is the best. Uh, it's the best stat in Bloodborne. Everybody knows this. Can't argue with me. And if you argue with me, I'm just gonna block you. But enough said about that. It wasn't really in the mod pack, so recently I decided to try to at least, import it into the game. Um, I failed horribly, but at least I got some learning experience out of it. But that helps me know that modders actually do work really hard on this. It's crazy. I got a new appreciation for them. So even though I didn't really get that far, it does take a lot of dedication to at least modify this game. And I'm sure it does in a lot of other games, but that was just a weapon I tried to import, and I had this much trouble, so I couldn't see how it would be like importing a map or something like that, or just a whole story expansion. That shit is crazy. But props to all modders. Well, as you can see in the gameplay above, it's actually pretty buggy. I wouldn't say that's more on the base game, and just like more on the mods I installed. Because as I said earlier several times, I have a lot. It definitely influences my frame rate, but I mean, it's a hard decision. There's a lot of cool stuff you can use, but sometimes the mods are a little bit buggy too, and they kind of bog down your experience, especially if you're playing like a custom map or something like that. It's not very pleasant. I tried recording something earlier in the Kiln of the First Flame, Dark Souls 1. That shit was pretty unpleasant to record, at least just by itself. It kind of cut my frame rate in half just recording it. But other than that, I kind of spent most of the time just doing the montage in the intro. I think it was cool. I could have done better. I kind of ran out of space midway through recording, so I kind of fucked it up. I only got like 20 minutes of footage, and I only have like maybe a gigabyte on my C drive, so that kind of ruined it right there. It shouldn't be too bad looking, because I'm not even sure I'm gonna export this. This is gonna be a bit of a pain to do, but yeah, it's definitely kind of a burden to record this, because frame rate is definitely essential, and if you want to use at least your CPU or your GPU, you're definitely gonna lose some performance, and it's a pretty hefty performance loss too. So if you're good with 15 frames recording it, I guess that's on you. I mean, it's not my personal preference, but yeah, I really like this game so far. I've been playing it for quite a bit now, a few dozen hours, I believe, or it might just be highballing it a lot. Yeah, I was having a lot of fun recording this though. I like doing more stuff. I like talking about things I like, even if it were to get like 2 views or something like that. I still like doing it, so I'm just gonna keep uploading, just doing this as long as I have the motivation for it. Because I still have some, rants about how the video game industry is kind of just too complacent. And even indie games are kind of replicating the formula of, the same thing. It's successful instead of just passion projects for something for a niche for people, and they have a niche community that's very helpful, and everybody likes something, but they're kind of complacent on money. But that's a different video. Right now, well, I'm just talking about what I like. Thank you for watching.